आवाज येतो ना? हो का? Good afternoon, one and all. Today we have gathered here for a lecture. The topic is Role of Nurse Manager in Epidemics. I welcome you all along with Dr. Sheila Upendra, who is today's guest speaker. Dr. Sheila Upendra is Associate Professor at Symbiosis College of Nursing. Having experience of working in clinical and educational sector for more than 2 decades, she has numerous publications in journals of national repute. She has an outstanding academic background that includes PhD in nursing, masters in sociology, postgraduate diploma in hospital administration and diabetes education. Recipient of prestigious awards like International Distinguished Researcher in Nursing, Research Peace Award, Dr. Sheila is affiliated with World Research Council and she is reviewer and editorial board member in Index Journal. I will now request Dr. Sheila ma'am to continue with her talk on role of nurse manager in epidemics. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Sheila ma'am, please unmute yourself.
No, not. गया यहाँ से फिर से हेलो Can I start the lecture? Can I start the lecture? Yeah. A very good afternoon to all. I'm Dr. Sheila Pindra here, and today the topic which I'm going to deliver is on the role of nurse manager in the management of epidemics. Hope that this word, the epidemics, is not new for you all, as we are crossing and are facing with a word that is the pandemic. So before jumping on to the main topic, let me have a look on what is epidemic, and then we will go further on the topic. So let me get to know that what is epidemic. When we are talking of an epidemic, it is when there is the rapid speed of a spread of a disease, and to a particular given geographical area or in a community, to a large number of people, and that is for a shorter period of time. That is called as the epidemic. Now presently, when we are here and all are facing with the coronavirus, and the word is pandemic, so there is a little bit somewhat like that, it is having a similarity with the pandemic. So one should know that what is the difference in the pandemic and the epidemic. As we said, epidemic, it is definitely a rapid spread of a disease to a large number of the people in a given population short period of time. Rather, pandemic, it is also in the same way, it is that it's a rapid spread of a infectious disease. And yes, obviously it is a large number of people, but it's not confined to a particular area or to a community or to a given population. Rather, it is worldwide, its outbreak is there. So when pan itself says that whole. So when the all over the world is facing some sort of a disease, and when the rapid spread is there in a short term, like the present coronavirus, it's a pandemic. So that is the difference between the epidemic and the pandemic. Now, the second word is related with that is the epidemic management. When we are talking of the management word, it involve certain type of processes, like when there is an epidemic is there. Now long back in 19th century, there was a outbreak is there in the epidemic, and it could be of a small like a swine flu sort of a things where the small area is affected. So when we are talking about the epidemic management, it involves the process of anticipating. So it is not only after the effect or after the emerge of the disease the management, rather the epidemic management, when we are talking, it is always the pre, during and the post effect of the disease. So before onset of the disease also, because we are talking of the management, so management, it focuses on the pre aspect also. So it involves the process of anticipating means which is not been happened, we are predicting something. So that is what is the anticipating. For coming that one, that is second part is the preventing, the process of anticipating not happen, we can prevent it. So the process of preventing also comes in that. And there are certain factors which give an indications, which give the cues that it is going to be happen. So for the preparing for that one, it also comes under the epidemic management. Then detecting, there are certain ways where we get to know that yes, the disease is happen in a particular area. So that is the detecting, responding and controlling. Now once the disease been happen, now the main focus is how to control it. So the controlling portion is also there. So altogether we say that approximately 6 or 7 steps of the processings are there which involve in the epidemic management, and this happens in order to health and the economic impact, both aspects, the health and the economic impact, to be minimized. That process is called as the epidemic management. So when we are talking of the epidemic management, it is what we say, it is prior to the, before, during and after the epidemics. When we are controlling those all, that is called as the epidemic management. Or in other words, when we are talking in the bookish language, we say any activities or the measures or the practices which includes that affects that measures or the control measures which involves treating after the effect of the disease. When we are treating to that disease, or to reduce the reservoir of that particular infections, and apart from that, to reduce that intensity, providing the health education, so that there is a limited, there is a less number of transmission of the disease to the others. That all comprises of, we say, as the epidemic management. Now coming up to the topic, it involves not only the epidemic management. You may have come across the word nurse. So here obviously in the healthy member, the nurse play an undeniable role. She play a major role, and in that particularly we are talking about the nurse manager. We all know that nurses, they are considered as a frontline worker, not only in a routine cares, rather whenever there is a crisis or epidemic sort of things happen, she's the one who comes in front and manages and play an important role and a member in the health team member. A nurse manager, when we talk of a manager word, so it is not only the word nurse, as the word suffix is being added in that, the nurse manager. So it directs, it supervises and it leads the nursing staff of a hospital is called as a nurse manager. When we add the word manager, so manager, it includes management, it includes the planning, the organizing, the staffing, leading and controlling. So this all sectors of a management portion comes with a nurse manager. As we say, see something being happen and then caring, it is quite natural, but prevention is the ideal response to potential epidemic, to reduce, to minimize the aftermath of that particular disease. So prevention is considered as the ideal response to the potential epidemic. It is not in a one day a spurt of an epidemic being spurt. What happened here, there is an indicators, there are certain factors which gives a cues that this disease is going to be happen in a particular geographical area or in a community. So with that cues, with that indicates us, one should have to take a preventive measures. Now here the important point is that the prevention is the early recognition. As we recognized in early way, then the the aftermath can be reduced it. Whether the nurse is being posted in a community, whether she is posted in a hospital or not, she is the one who can manage it with the definite by taking a definite steps, and can reduce even the re-emerging of the infectious disease. When we talk of a nurse, now here what is required for that one? She should have, particularly we are talking of a role of a nurse manager in an epidemic. So she should be fast paced, as she has to take her decisions at the time of the crisis or the situation provoked. So she should be very fast, and moreover she should not have to be one task, she should be a multi-dimensional task worker. Now the critical thinking is required, as she is a core team member in the health team management, and it is being considered as vital to patient care, as she oversees the nurses that provide the direct care. So she is involved indirectly with the direct care of the patients also, and in the admin when we are talking of a nurse manager. Definitely the nurse manager, when we are talking in terms for the epidemic management, is broadly divided into two categories. That is, first is the clinical and the second is the administrative. Though the staff nurse is not directly concerned of providing a direct care, but she is involved indirectly in that, because when we talk of a nurse manager, it is being divided in three levels. The first level, the middle layer, and the third level. So in the first beginning level, it is it depend upon the different policies of the hospitals and a different the structure and the bedding of the hospitals. So in a small hospital, they may not have the 3 levels of a nurse manager. They may have one who is directly related with the clinical care as well as with the administrative. But in a tertiary sort of a hospitals, there are 3 levels of the nurse manager we say. And then the first level, when we are talking of a clinical area, so first level of a manager, they are involved here in the represent and support their nursing staff, like the mentor and coaching the nursing staff. They listen and concern about it. They provide the counsel not only to the patients but also to the team members. And as the nurse, the first level manager, they represent a small units and the staff. So the first level nurse manager, they manage the full unit of that particular one. Now, when we talk of the second one, that is when she is in an administrative leaders. So here the financial management, the HR, the recruitment, the retention, or the appointment, the customer or the patient focused care delivery, regulations, the policies, all those administrative work is being considered here. Now coming up to the topics, which the today's topic is that the role of a nurse manager in the epidemic management. Now, I just wanted to clarify it. Whenever there is a question, is there like a role of a manager? So there is a difference, is there role and the responsibility. Don't get confused ever. Responsibility means whatever the activities we are doing it. Role is a particular type of a position. For example, like a teacher. The role, when we talk of a role, teacher is a role, and when the teaching is a responsibility. So don't get confused when a question is like a role of a nurse manager comes. So here we are going to have the positions. Under the position, what she does, the activities, that all are the responsibility. Often it has been seen that when we are answering the questions and all, so in the role, usually the people, they write the responsibility. So to avoid that one, I just have clarified it. Responsibility, the activities is under the roles it will come. Role is always in a position holder. So here the nurse manager, she is performing, she is carrying out many roles. The first role is a coordinator. Now, as we have told that a nurse is one of a core member in a health team member. So here she is acting, or she is having a role of a coordinate. Coordinate itself gives a meaning that when the activities we are having the coordinating not only in the nursing department but with the other department also. Here the coordinator, the word is related with the in activities time of it is related with the patient also, and it is related with the colleague also, and it is related with the different department of the hospital also. Being in a first level manager, head nurse, it involves more in the leading and controlling the functions which is related with the patient care. Not directly involved in the direct patient care, but she is acting as she is providing herself as a coordinator related to the patient care, and she has to ensure it that the nursing care which is being provided by the team member, it is at the utmost optimum level. And she should know the job description, because here a team is working and she is rolling as a coordinator and as a leader. So she should know the each members in the team, what is their job description, who is carrying out which function, and she has to coordinate it. It is her responsibility that the overlapping of the jobs to be avoided. So the first responsibility or the first role is the coordinator, followed by the resource allocator. Now here, the first, as I have discussed that the first level manager, they are in a custodial care of having the resources or the items under with that. So she is responsible for distribution according to the situation in the epidemics, because there are likely to have the chances to have a shortage of the resources, because either whether they are getting the help from the government or not, or the limitations of the hospitals, the items whatever she is having, it is her responsibility according to the situation and according to the resources how to deliver and how to distribute among the different units, and where the need is more, she has to supply accordingly. So she has to allocate the resources, not only the materials but also the manpower, because usually it is being seen that there is a staff shortages are there. So whenever such type of things are there, she has to see that where the manpower is required, and according to that she can allocate for the smooth functioning of the smooth functioning. Now she's along with that, she's also responsible for managing the resources designated to the unit of the particular care. In direct care, whatever the materials are required, according to the available material she has to allocate it, and she has to constantly concern with the quality of the care. She has to ensure the care which is being given to the patients, it is having the quality. Even though it is an epidemic, it doesn't mean that only the care being provided, but we have to ensure it that it should have the quality of the care which is being delivered on his under her jurisdiction. So the first one we have learned the coordinator, the second role is as a resource allocator. The next one is the appraisal of a nursing care. As I said that previously in the previous slides also, that it is the team member who are providing the care to the patients. Now here she is managing that the quality care is also there, so timely she has to provide the appraisals also, so that one should know that where they stand. According to the appraisal, they can improve upon or they can move further for the promotions and all. So during this epidemic also, even though it's an emergency, even though it's a crisis, it is the responsibility of the nurse manager to look on the performance of each member in the team, so that at the end she could have to discuss with them, and where the weakness is there, she has to ensure it that the weakness is to be improved upon, so that we can achieve a quality of a nursing care. Apart from that, the clinical supervision, the performance. So those who are having a difficulty, or those who considered as the poor performance, she has to arrange the staff development or some training program so that they can improve upon. So that is also after the appraisal, the action taken is also one of our responsibility of a nurse manager. Coming up, the next one is a leader. There is a difference in the word leader and in a boss. Even though usually in our offices and all, we have observed that the word boss we say, but the word boss and a leader, there is a difference there. You can see it in a slide also. When a job being given, a boss says go and do it. So what is the meaning of that one? Here the boss is giving an order to the employee to go and work it. Here the role of boss is not there. Rather, if you see next to that one is a leader says let's go. It means that he is leading it and he is taking the employee along with them. So there is a difference in both the slides. When we are giving ordering and we are just passing the activities to the individual without involvement of that particular nurse leader, we say that yes, they are the boss, and the leader, those who they were the self and he is taking the team together is called as a leader. So here the nurse manager leads a leader role. So it is not only the leader, but he's taking all the employees together, and he or she himself is also engaged in the activity along with each members in the nursing team. So here the nurse manager also play a role of a leader. So at that time, if there is a crisis in the shortage of the crisis is there, or like that there is a shortfall of a nurses as there. So it is not that I am a nurse manager and my role is only to have a supervision, but here if a time requires, if there is a shortage is that she herself has to engage in providing the care as the basic care is being learned by that individual. The another role is the mentor. So the nurse manager here play a role of a mentor. Mentor says that they are the one who is expert in providing and guiding in a situation which is in a situation where a subordinate or the employer faces a difficulty. So she or he has to provide the mentor timely. Whenever it is required, it has to be given. And in case, it may be possible that as I discussed, that in case of a small hospital where she is performing the first level, the second and the tertiary level care of a nurse manager, and there are not enough nurse managers who manage all the units, they can appoint an individual who can provide the mentorship to their subordinates. But here the nurse manager, they play an important role of a mentor also, who provide the proper guidance and the advices required to each team member at the time of the epidemic management, which is required because burnout is very common in cases of the nurses, because the workload is very high, and especially in case of the epidemic management where they don't get the leaves and the double duties, the shift duties are there. So that burnout, in that situation, it is the role of a nurse manager who has to provide, mentor them, guide them, that it is the demand at the time of the epidemic management, so we have to perform how nicely. So it is up to her smartness that how she manage it out. The next one of an important role is the patient advocate. We are involved in a mental health care, the team in the what we say is the health team members. So advocacy that's related with the policies and the legal responsibilities are there. Sometimes what happen, there are limitations. We know that what are our responsibilities and all, but beyond that also, as we wanted to provide the help, and they sometimes what happen, the nurses is having the knowledge, but it is not fall in the purview. One should have to restrict and to provide. So here the nurses' responsibility is there to guide them what is the policy of the hospital, what is the limitations, and she should acquaint each member of the nurses in the nurses team to provide what is the right of the patient, and even what is the right of the nurses, what is malpractices, how we have to avoid all these things. So in the beginning of the appointment itself, the nurse manager should teach the new nurses and to acquaint with all the policies, so that in case of a crisis like epidemic management, like during the time of the epidemic, it is difficult to provide it, but she should have, in the beginning itself, she should have to acquaint them, so that they should not have to fall in a wrong things, and to maintain a trusting relation between the patient and the nurse manager also. Next comes the disseminator. Now here when a nurse manager, they adopt a role of a disseminator, so it is related not only with the health education, but rather all the policies, all whatever the rules, regulations, the everything, the policies, the guidelines, everything should be, it's her responsibility to convey it to the each members there. So convey the information which is related to the policies of the organization to the nurses, and especially with the reference to the patient care at the epidemic time. Routine care, yes, definitely we have enough time where we can discuss this and can be, but this should be known prior to the epidemic it happens, so that at that time the particular nurses can transmit account and can work efficiently and for the smooth functioning of the management. Now, negotiation, cordial relationship of the nurse manager with the patients, not only with the patients but with the staffs and even with the higher authorities. So in the upper management and with the lower management also, it helps. She is the one who coordinates, she is the one who transmits the information from above to the lower, and if anything is there which to be conveyed to the upper management, she is the one who transmits it. So as a messenger, we can say is that she is in the mid, where transmitting the information, conveying the information from the upper management to the team members, and from the team to the upper management. One of the next role is the facilitator of a learning. Now there is no age bar when an individual say that yes, I have completed my education, now I am a learned person. Till the end or or the last breath of our life, I believe that we all are learning. So at whatever though she is having a experience of a 20 or 25, we all are in a learning stage. So she is a one of a member who is acting as a, who is rolling as a facilitator of a learning. So now here the questions comes that we are discussing here about the epidemic management. At this time, is it appropriate to talk that she is as a facilitator of a learning? Rather, I should have to say that yes, at such certain time, the skills we have to, the being here, the nurse manager, she has to see that this is the time that we have to provide the information and we have to equip the nurses under them to act fast and at this decision making to be there. The skills we have to be sharpen it. So this at this time also we have to analyze, we have to see it that the individual carry out in the case of the epidemic also. Second thing is that if she realized that yes, a particular individual or particular nurse is not able to perform it nicely, she has to make a note of it, and later they can make arrangement for the staff development program, because at the time of the epidemic it is difficult to make arrangement. Rather, during this time when she observe it, yes, it is the hour of a need where they have to arrange for an in-service educations, or we say the staff development program or the training program is required. She is a one of a member who is to make arrangement for the learning. The promoter of the research. Now a buzzword all around is a research. Now it is not only in a routine time, rather it is during the epidemic time we get an opportunity to have a topics related with that. Here if we get a new topics is or also, I'm not focusing or telling that to go and collect the data during that time. Rather, we can keep aside by providing the direct care or not. She has to be a facilitator. She has to promote. She has to realize in hand. Beforehand, actually, I should say have to. We should have to make that such type of things. If in times it happens, we have to make or we have to teach actually the steps or the processes of the research to the members. So during the time of the epidemics or such type of things will be happen during that time, simultaneously by during providing the care to the patients, they can look into that any new things, any new happening or a new skill or a new way that when they find it out, they can make a note of it and they can go for a research. So apart from that, in a team member, apart from the direct care provider, the nurse manager's responsibility is to identify those who are good in doing the research so that simultaneously it can be happen. So it is not only which is being learned to implement, rather via this any epidemics happen, research to be happen so that we can learn. We should have to identify what is the solution for it. So we have to encourage the research culture in the unit. One should have in prior classes on the research to the nurses, and she should know what is the process so that during the time of the epidemic, the one she should have to involve, she maybe can be involved in the research also. And not only that, new findings is limited to that one, rather they have to disseminate that to the via the article writing or to publish it so that it should get the citations also known to the other people. Even may be possible that it can be a repetition, but yes, let it go publicly. And the critics, because critic is the one way through which we can improve upon. Okay, and look for not always look for a new learning, but yes, obviously during this time, because it's a chance, it's an opportunity, we can get it a new learning also. Rather, I should say new learning and the modification of the old thing, if it is there, that can also be included here in the research. We have to modify the current nursing care plan. We have learned that for a particular disease how to provide a nursing care plan, but during at this crisis, if we learn so key modification on a particular nursing care plan plan is required and it is effectively improved upon, yes, go for it and can be publicized. Is so one of her role is here as a promoter of a research. She herself to be engaged in the doing the research apart from along with the team members in that. So she should motivate each member in the nurse in the team so that to promote the research. Another role is a change agent. We all know that what is to be done a particular steps during our the course time, whether you have done your GNM or you have BSc nursing or the MSc nursing. Everybody knows that what are the steps for the particular disease, what is how we are making our nursing care plan and we are providing the care. Now what happened during the time of the epidemic, it could be possible that there is a shortage of the nurses are there, or it could possible that the materials are shortage is there. So now here we should not have to be a very stubborn sort of a thing that yes, it has been written in the books that 7 steps is required to provide a particular care. Now during the time of the epidemic, one should know that what changes to be made according to the allotted or a limited sources, and then to so here the nurse manager to play as a change agent according to the situation to modify the nursing care plan. Now not only the care plan but rather in the altogether, if anything is which is standardized formed, without hampering that standardization, the change is being provided. That role is to be adopted by the nurse manager. So one should not go that the policies or the rules say that the 7 steps to be followed. It could be the 5 steps also, but that 5 step is a merge of that 7. It includes the 7, but yes, a change can be acceptable here. So she should have to facilitate the changes in the nursing care to meet the need at the time of the epidemic. That is a very important thing. And the nurse manager should be a change agent. It is not that because traditionally it is happening, so we have to follow whatever scene is being told. Rather, be as a change agent. Just try it. It could be possible that the change which or the modification which you are going to implement, it is going to be effective in way. We have to take a risk sometimes to make a changes in that. Traditionally, it is easy. Coming out of a comfort zone, it takes time. It is a risk also. But yes, it is always we have to come out of the comfort zone. Comfort zone means whatever being written which is standardized, we are following it. We are not taking any effort in making the changes. Being a change agent means one should have to take a risk and to make a change in that, and that is one of the role of a nurse manager. Here, the important thing is that she should have to ensure that and enhance and maintaining the professional status of the nursing also. It is by hampering the nursing care, one should not be a change agent, but by maintaining the quality care, she should be act as a change agent. Apart from that, she is as a manager. Word is that she has to manage the healthcare settings. Now it involves all the things. She must be known the current and the emerging trends, whatever the changes been, whatever the policy, if any guideline has come here. So she should be acquainted. She should know that these are the changes or these are the trends, is the new one, any law has come, any guideline has come, any policies. So she should be acquainted, she should be abreast with all that, and she should acquaint that all knowledges and should share with each member in the healthcare team also. Another one is that the role model. Now here, as we are giving a tag of a leader or a mentor or a coordinator, disseminator, so many roles we have given. Now one of our role is here as a role model. So if you wanted to become a role model in sense the followers are following your activity. So one should have a good things, one should have a quality one, then only the other people will follow. If you go back to these things, now we are at an age where personality is already been happen now. Yes, likely changes with your qualifications or with your experience there are chances that it may get the changes also. But usually what happen when we are in a school days and or in your childhood, we always our teachers or somebody else in the past, it happens that we get influenced with them. Why we get influenced with them? Because we learn or we adopt a good qualities of that one. So they become a role model. When you teach somebody and then previously you have any role model with you, if you give an importance or if you look upon that, you always try to follow that individual, whether it is in a field of a teaching, whether it is in a field of a getting fashions and all. So it is a common thing, we follow what we learn from an influential personalities, and to do that one should be an influential. So here the emphasis is being given, the one of your role is a nurse manager, that she should be a role model. And when she can be a role model, if she having a qualities of all this, then only whatever the rules we have discussed so far and coming forth also that she should be know, then only the members or the nurse member in that team will follow you. So one of another role is the role model, where that all roles what we have discussed, she should have it, she should possess it, then only she can become a role model. Next one is a collaborator. Now here the collaboration word, it is very important, and that too in an epidemic, because when the epidemic comes, it is not the one unit or a one department who is managing it. There is a role of many departments who are managing it. So along with that, nursing department, apart from a nursing department, nurse manager, she collaborate with the other department also, where she has to respect the other members also. To get a respect, I guess that we should have to give a respect also. There is a mutual respect and a good listening is there. Now for a smooth functioning, she has to be act as a collaborator with the other department. When we are providing the care, yes, with the patient care also and with the other department. Now another important thing in the collaboration is a decision making skill, because we are here discussing about the epidemic management. So during the epidemic management, the decision making skill is very important, because at the time of the crisis, we cannot wait for a members to come. Here she has to take a decision and to disseminate it. Other thing is that when other than this, in the decision making, with which patient can be discharged to other department, because if there is a crisis is there, may be possible that the patient is not fully recovered but can be taken care at home also. So it is up to her that the decision to be taken, that when the patient can be discharged to the even to the other department or at the home also, because there is a bed shortage is there. So decision making skill is very important. And another area where the decision making is required is that how to free up the ventilators using ventilator or any other equipment which is in a shortage way, and using other treatment techniques. So if the protocol is there that it is all care to be provided to the patients and all, but there is a shortage is there, so it is up to the nurse manager that how to take the decision maker. So that's the reason that she has to be a good decision making skill, which involves in a collaboration. Now other than this, which patient assessed are unlikely to recover should be taken off from the ventilator, whom should be put on the ventilator, whom should get the other treatment, the decisions, the management, this all falls under her purview. Other than this, as a collaborator, the nurse manager must share a strong work culture with the team members. And yes, there is a challenge to make very difficult decision in collaboration with the medical staff about how to use the limited resources, because everybody wanted that it should be fulfilled. But being acting as a collaborator, it is her smartness that how she managed this care. The another role of a nurse manager is keeping a record, which is very important at the time of the epidemic, because it can happen that after 10 years or it can happen that after 20 years the questions may come, and the question may arise that for a particular thing, so what things be done, and even after 50 years or so. So the record keeping is very important aspect, and one of the important role of a nurse manager, where she is working in keeping with there is a policy, there is a coding system is there. She should know it that how to keep a record year after year in an easy way, how to access also. So during the time of epidemic, though there is a shortage of time, workload is more, shortage of staff is there, but it is her smartness, it is her responsibility that record to be stored and to be maintained in a very nicely and very in a very confidential way, because these all records are very important. Year after it can be used, year after there is a use of that one. So it is the responsibility of the nurse manager to record, keeping and maintain that record in a very proper manner, in a very confidential way. Next topic is the telehealth nursing. Now this word has emerged in now, that telehealth nursing is there. Now there are areas that which is not, there are areas where the accessibility is not possible. During that time, via the telephone, when the nursing being given, either the care or the advice or the education, we say that it is a telehealth nursing. Now the remote nature of the telehealth nursing can make it an excellent resource during an epidemic, because in the epidemic time too many people cannot be accommodated in a hospital. So we have to categorize is those who can be at now in the epidemic, because the nurse manager has to manage it, that in the community how to manage it, because the prevention is, we are telling that to reduce the what we say the aftermath, we have to take a precaution. So it is not only by providing the direct care, rather than simultaneously the other care is also there. So what she has to do it via the telephone, if it is possible, that to convey or inform the people that how to take care, also that the prevention can be done, which is not affected to spread, to stop spreading that things can be happen. Since it does not require the close contact. Now when we are talking about telehealth nursing here, the in the the nurse manager need not to go physically there, rather she can sit there and at her place and can lower the risk of spreading the illnesses. Here she can allow the patients to get the health services they need. The small cases can be managed, or can education can be given, the information, important information can be shared. The nurse manager remotely assess and prioritize the patient during the epidemics and deliver the key information to them quickly. And so she should know that when the presence is not there, there is a difference when the presence is not there and when we are providing the direct care. May be possible that they are at the other end, they are having some problems, they are having some certain difficulties where it is difficult to understand it, how it is happening and all. So she should have to, she should learn, she should know the local language too, and all categories starting from the children till the older ages, she should be able to teach them properly. She should be able to inform, share the information accurately with them. She should be at the level of them, so that she should understand that what the patient's requirement is there and what is their problems. She should be able to learn it, so that quality the nurse manager should possess it. So while informing in absence of the patients here via the telephones, she has to provide. So she should be able enough to carry out this telehealth nursing. So that is also very nurse manager remotely, because here in a places where she cannot, because she is a one, she is in a hospital, though she is only limited, she is limited to that particular area, but her one of her responsibility is to minimize that disease also, the spreading of the disease also, and it can be done by providing and educating the people, those who are in that particular area. So via the telehealth nursing, she can do that also. As an educator, yes, one of an important aspect of one of an important aspect in providing this one is an education. So Yes, it is considered one of an important part in that, educating a patient about the self-isolation and about the quarantine, what is important, the information and the messages. Educate about the disease transmission during this time, what is the cause, is there, what is the mode of the transmission, how we can prevent it, what are the precautions we have to take, how we can how we can spread this information from one person to another, that also we have to educate, how we can halt the transmission of the spread of the how we can stop it, how we can halt the transmission of the disease, to be educated to the people, not only to the nurses but to the relatives, those who are approaching in the hospitals, and even to the communities also. So it is the nurse manager's responsibility that is to educate about the disease transmission, how to protect themselves and the other people. Teaching patients about the social distancing, the proper hand washing, the other sanitizing practices, the nurses can help to stop the spread of an infectious disease. So she is a one who can provide, who can educate not only at the time of the discharge but during that time also, how to take precautions to the family members, to the relatives in the communities. She should have to even involve the resource persons in the community, because in a community usually it is been happen that they follows their leaders, so they listen, they give an ear to the information which is being given by the community leader. So here the nurse manager she can influence upon, she can share the information with the resource person in the community, and resource person in the community, and make them understand and to the importance of this one particularly, and can spread the how we can prevent it, the transmission. So she should have to involve all these people, and that about the transmission of the disease, what is the cause, what is the sign and symptoms, at what point of time they should have to contact the hospital, how they can take care of their family members, how to support them, how to consult, this all should be educated. So one of another role is the education also. So far we have discussed about all the roles here. Now a little bit about the challenges of being a nurse manager. She is a nurse manager, she is possessing all the skills and all, but here comes a challenges also. What? The staff management, shortage of the staff, which is very crucial, recruitment and for the retention, uncooperative staff. There are members, those who at this time they don't cooperate. So during the epidemic time, it's one of the challenges that to have a good cordial relation with the other staffs also. There are staff members, those who are having the attitude problem, that is one of an important challenge. 100% responsibility without the 100% authority. It says that the nurse is having a full responsibility, but it is like 100% responsibility without the 100% authority, because for everything she has to, for majority of the things she has to coordinate with the upper management and to obtain a permission and can do it. Another one is the budget and the financial management. Then the self-development is also one of a challenge being a nurse manager, because so many responsibility and the workload is there. Skills and the staffing shortage is the another point. I guess, and in last slide where we says that the skill of a nurse manager, yes, definitely during the time of the epidemic management, she should possess a technical skill. She should know the interpersonal skill, the human skill, the thinking skill, communication skill, strategic skills, and the problem solving and decision making. A skill is very important for a nurse manager, because she's a pivotal, she is a center point, she is a person who is a managing within the nursing and with the outside also. So she's a phase where she has to acquire all these skills so that to have a smooth functioning. I guess that the topic is being understood by you, and in case if you feel so that, I guess that it is being instructed to you that you can pose a question to me, and I'll be very happy for answering this one. Please.
Yes, ma'am. There are few queries.
Yeah.
Some of them have asked that how do new staff teach without clinical, how to teach clinical staff without having, they don't have much experience, how to train them?
Yeah.
This must be a query.
Yeah, thank you. Because as we said that we are working here as a team member, and clinic, as you said that a new appointee may not have a clinical experience. Definitely, there are different styles of giving a management, different styles of giving a nursing care. You can adopt any style. It could be as a functionary also. So according to the functions, the nursing care can be divided in the unit. For example, if she is a newcomer, she can be given a nursing care which is a very, which require a definitely a less skill is required, and let the other responsibilities or the other care, advanced care, can be taken up by the senior, and under her supervision, slowly she will learn what is the policy, how to learn it. So during the function care, here she should have, let she definitely for a few weeks or so, let she do whatever the skill she is possessing, where the basic care is involved, not the advanced one. So what happened here, and during that time simultaneously, let she learn, let she acquaint with the policies under the under the senior people, those who are there, and definitely she can go up like this. Because, and moreover, the nurse's responsibility, nurse manager's responsibility is there in the beginning, should have, and in our India also it is been observed that there is a training period is there. So because we all are getting our degrees and the diploma from the different hospitals and different schools are there, their teaching style is different. So to have acquaint with the policies of that particular hospital in the beginning should provide a training, and during that training we should have to give all the policies and everything, that in this way the work, the hospitals functions, and slowly we can take up. Thank you. Else?
My next question is on similar lines.
Yeah.
How patients will get good quality of care from new staff?
Pardon?
How
How?
patients will get good quality of care from new staff?
From new stress, definitely, I guess that the previous question was somewhat like different. So here we should not have to allow the newcomers to give the advanced care, because we don't know whether that the newcomer knows the technologies, she is acquainted with the technologies and how she is providing. So let she start with the basic for a few days of her time, and then slowly, there are hospitals where they conduct the exam also. In the abroad definitely it is there, but in India it is not like that. Few hospitals they provide the training, but I don't know that how much they conduct the exams, and when they get clear then only they allow. Rather outside, for each procedure also there is an they have to undergo the training, they have to give the exam, they have to pass, and then only they can give it. But here in India it is not. But in India at least we can do it that let them start with the basic, and then slowly they can learn up under the supervision and they can carry out.
My next question is, especially during epidemic, when there is a crisis of all kinds of resources, how
Yeah.
can a nurse manager take care of quality of services?
Yeah, that's what I have told you, that that is the smartness. This very common actually across all over, that there is a shortage, especially when it is a government hospital and all. We are waiting that though the budget is there, but we are waiting even during the time of the epidemics. Also, it happens that we are waiting that the resources. So she has to manage, because there are alternatives. See, if it is not possible, that there are little bit alternatives she can do. She can act as a change agent. She can modify that particular care. So it requires 7 steps to complete that, to provide that care. She can modify it in the 5. That's what is that she has to take a decision, that she has to modify it. We cannot stop it, but at least there is an alternate way is there, where the quality is also not hampering, but yes, the standardization to be followed it, and then to be the care to be provided. Thank you. Hello. Hello,
Hello,
Kalyan.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
one student is asking to once again explain the disseminator role of a nurse.
Yeah, the meaning, if you go or see, it is very easy if you go for the roles of a nurse manager. All the nurse managers, whatever the word is there, it itself give the meaning of that. Disseminator. The word disseminate means giving the information. Disseminate. We are providing, disseminating the. So here the information we are talking of, that disseminator means what? Information we are giving. Now the information, she is a one who disseminate the information. So she's a nurse manager, she's working in a team, so she has to disseminate, she has to provide, she has to give the information, the policies, about the policies, the rules, the guidelines to the newcomers. So she is a disseminator, she is disseminating something. Okay, so here the about the rules, about the guidelines, about the policies, so she is disseminating to the team members. Apart from that, she is also, in one sense, that she is a disseminator there. Apart from that, she is a disseminator of information to the patients also. It is not limited to the members only, but she is a disseminator of information to the patients also. She is a disseminator of information if any team member is having any information which the junior staff wanted to convey it to the management. So she, from the management, if any information she gets, so nurse manager is the one who carries that information and disseminate to them. So in that sense, it is a disseminator. Thank you.
Ma'am, one more query is there. It is in general. It's not about not
Okay.
related to topic, but it is like why nurses are not trained enough for fast discharge at hospitals. This is a very vague question. For fast discharge at hospitals.
Can you again
Discharge time they are addressing. Why nurses are not trained enough towards fast discharge process in hospitals?
Well, it's not only the nurse is responsible for
Exactly.
that, because here it is a health team member's responsibility, starting from the top, those who are involved. So here, those who all are involved in providing the care, it is we can say that, because if the doctors write that the patient is to be discharged now, it is not at the moment somebody writes discharge, you discharge the patients. Rather, nurse's responsibility is there, whatever is been written, to complete that all activities of that day to then and there. Then she has to record everything. She has to maintain that all these things, whether it is completed or not. The health education, she is responsible for providing it. The discharge, she has to tell that what is the process of that discharge process to the patient. Then they have to, from that department, that from that unit, they have to go into complete the billing and all these things. So there are, not only the nursing department is responsible, but there are different department is also there. They may have done the investigation, so she should have to ensure it that everything is completed, then only it can be happened. So yes, definitely we should have to ensure it that it should be fastened, but it is not a sole responsibility of a nurse, but it is with the collaboration of the each department can fasten it off.
Yeah, ma'am. One more question is about talking about decision making.
Yeah.
If a nurse manager is in a process of decision making, how it should go and what are the limitation or challenges she faces?
Yeah, definitely. The decision making here, that's the reason that I'm telling you, the nurse manager should know on the tip of her tongue that what is the rules and the policies of the hospital says. Maybe possible because the rules in India and the rules in the outside, it is different. So if she is acquainted with the rules, definitely whatever the care, whatever the activities or the measure or the decision she is taking, it should be within that purview, so that it should not invite any legal problems. So to become a good decision maker, one should have a good knowledge about the care, about the all rules and regulation, about the policies and the guidelines. Definitely, if she is having confident enough in knowing all these things, she will be able to take care that which falls under her purview and which is not. Thank you.
I think, ma'am, these many queries were there and you have answered it satisfactorily.
Yes.
So, if there are any queries, I will request all the students, if you have any queries in next 2 minutes, you please post it. Otherwise, we will declare the session as farewell now. We will wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Definitely, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, I guess there are no queries here onwards. We will meet ma'am once again soon in next month. So till that time, thank you very much, Sheila ma'am. It was really very informative lecture, and it really cleared all the roles, responsibilities, and this was really eye-opener for me that role and responsibilities are two completely different things. So that was the concept that I got cleared for myself. So we look forward for such next lecture, and thank you very much all the participants. Okay, please keep supporting us for this lecture series. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.